Having a little trouble with that tonight. There we go. Hi, folks. Having a little trouble with my setup here tonight, but oh well. I hope you guys are having a good evening.
It's time to earn double points. Earn double alley points when you get treated with Juvederm filler and...
Trying to get that set up, huh? Oh, hi, Susan. Trying to get all this set up so I can figure out what's going on. I have probably got 10 or 15 notifications on the ring thingy that doesn't even pertain to my property. How are you doing, Susan? By the way, I haven't heard you say anything about your grandbaby. How's your grandbaby doing? Oh, my eyes are going to give me a fit tonight. I cannot see. Well, maybe that would be better. Nope. Yep. Nope. Oh, I can't wait to get glasses. Next time I go to Florida, I'm going to get glasses. Good, I'm glad. Hey, Barb, how's it doing? Do y'all still have snow? No, it's all gone. He is a boy on the go 1 speed. Yeah. I know those kind. That's the way Jace is too. Well, we got some pretty good temperatures today. It was 70. And it looks like we're going to have some pretty good temperatures. The rest of the week's going to be in the 60s. Low 60s. 62, 60, 63, 62, 67, 68. And then those last two was for next week. And then it goes to 71, 74, and 76. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So I'm looking for that. Not really. Y'all know I hate the hot weather. It's supposed to be 60 this weekend. Cool. Not normal for here. We finally got some much needed rain. Yeah, I want to plant my garden so bad. I am going to do some seedlings and stuff tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm going to tape it, but I am going to plant some seedlings in the little tray thingies that bought from grain stocks when they had them on sale. They had them on sale for next to nothing. I was like, yes. But, it was not in season. So they were trying to get rid of them. And I'm just like chomping at the bits. I want that pink one that they've got now for Valentine's Day, but I just can't. I can't justify the cost right now. I'm trying to stop spending money. I'm trying really hard. I did really good at the grocery store though. Only got a couple of things that I didn't need, but I wanted a snack on. I got some hummus and some Cheez-Its and some more cream cheese for my stuffed olives and celery. My stuffed celery that I make with olives and cream cheese. I haven't made it because I can sit and eat the whole stinking tray. Very careful. That's probably what's helping put weight on me. Am I freezing with you guys? I look like I'm pixelating for a few minutes there. Mm-hmm. My nose has been itching crazy because I have been throwing hay and it spun for a second and then stopped. Good. It worries me. I don't understand why it's why I've had such a difficulty with it. I've got it plugged in this time, so I know I won't lose you guys because of power. Well, unless the power goes out. But I got a low battery, so I made sure that I plugged that in. Oh well. So my fingers hurt because I've been putting together those beds. I put 2 more together today. So I don't know how many I've got together now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. 2 over here. 2 over there. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. I know I've got 7 or 8 already put together, and I still have 2 more to put together. And I want y'all's opinion. I may ask again because I know there's going to be more people coming in, but I got I don't know if you can see the colors really good. because that yellow light may make things a little different. But these are the colors that I thought I would choose from. Now, this one is a macaw blue. This one's a dreamy lavender and a modern mint. Really pretty colors. But I don't know if I'm going to do them all. I don't know if I'm going to do some solid and some accent. I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't made up my mind yet. The first two that I did, um, the first two raised beds that I put together, they're a different, um, I think they're even a different height. They're not as they're not as stout as these ones that I made today. I want to say it's a little bit shorter too, but the metal's thinner. And I thought maybe I would do. I have I have a hunter green and a like a burnt red color. And I thought I might, you know, play around with those colors for over by the connexes. I still haven't made up my mind what I'm going to paint the connexes. I thought about maybe doing like a camouflage so you can't see them. Do they have a plastic clear liner you have to take off? Those are very pretty colors. No, they don't have any liner on them. I've seen people take them off of different ones. And I wanted to look back on uh before I got on here and I forgot cuz I got busy. um I wanted to see what they're going for now on Walmart is where I bought these. And I wanted to see, cuz I bought them whenever they were out of season. And they're trying to get everything out of their warehouses. I got them back in November. I believe it was November. And believe you me, I'll probably buy more stuff on outgoing seasons. Let's see here. That's good. I thought I'd say something before you spray paint them and find out there was a liner. That would have been my luck. Yeah. Now I'm not going to spray paint the inside of them at all. I think that would be wasteful. But I just don't want, my girlfriend says, leave them alone. Let them be that color. That'd be pretty. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to touch that and it be scalding hot either. And I think those colors, especially these two, maybe the blue might be a little bit, what do you call it? Hot. But I think those two colors would be definitely uh cooler in temperature. And I'm still not convinced I'm going to put the blue on, but I do like the purple and the lavender and the mint. I'm really surprised at how much I do like mint colors. Um, when I was in Florida, I had started I had started painting the planter out front and different things, and I haven't made up my mind whether I'm going to leave that planter there or take it down. I wish I had somebody that I could uh, bounce things off of before I do that. Um, remodel and stuff like that. Oh, goodness gracious. So, Teresa and I have been she's probably at church right now or leaving church or something. But her and I have thoroughly enjoyed our Bible study we've been doing. I mean, both of us are learning so much. I was going to do a video and I said, I don't know, maybe I better wait. um, I had a visiting pastor come in and preach at our church this week, and he preached on silence. I believe that was the word that he used. I could be wrong. My memory stinks when I'm not taking my shots on time. But I believe it was. I should have asked somebody. But he was preaching on silence, and it was like it threw me when he said the word, and then whenever he started preaching about it, I said, wow, I've never ever thought of it like that. So y'all know I'm very, how do I say, I struggle sometimes with reading my Bible because I feel like it's just repetitive stuff and not always. I mean, sometimes I see stuff and stuff I don't. Sometimes I don't. So I was doing Proverbs, and I have always done Proverbs every single day of the month. I do the day of the month. And I get fed, but I'm not, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So when I started doing this study with Teresa, I was learning. I mean, I'm learning so much, and I'm really diving down into it and figuring things out. And right now we're doing and part of it is we pick different women now. I think we're gonna start picking different women to study on because we went through all the women that was in that book. So I said I'd really like to do a deep study on Jesus's mother, Mary. And it's always fascinated me to think of I wonder if she was pregnant the whole 9 months. I wonder if she knew that she was carrying the Savior fully. I wonder if she fully understood what she was doing. you know, it just blows me away. And how it would have been for her to have raised this child that had so much knowledge and I mean, he was teaching in the synagogues at 12 years old. I just can't imagine. But anyways, so the pastor was talking about silence, and I'm really, I read my Bible and I pray every single day, but I never shut up long enough to hear what God has to say to me sometimes. I have no silence in my worship. I have no silence. And I was like, it just like I had an aha moment. I never really do that. I never really stop and don't say nothing to the Lord when I'm praying in the mornings and trying to get right. And it was like, wow. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but the pastor was talking about the Lord teaching us things and saying things to us in different ways, and how that silent time can bring you closer to God, right? And I have been struggling. I am addicted to Words with Friends on Facebook. I mean, I play it religiously several times a day. And I was waking up in the morning and hello Melanie, and I was waking up in the morning, and that was the first thing I would do was grab my phone, check out different things and see if anybody played. If anybody played, I had to play them. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness. I am not putting God first." It was like a wow aha moment. So, I just got home from church and getting my shower. Aw. So I had this aha moment, and I'm like, because I couldn't play it for days. And I was getting really mad. I'm addicted to that Words with Friends. And and I and like when I okay, now he preached that on Sunday, and Sunday was a really strange day. I left church and I went over to Mike and Wilma's, and um Mike was outside getting ready to go somewheres, and I spoke to him, went on in the house and sat down, started talking to girls and everything. And I was going to go into town and do some shopping, and that didn't work. Mike and Wilma are building a house for Kim, their daughter. And it's quite funny because Kim owns her own business, and she is a cleaning person. She has her own cleaning business. And it's really kind of neat because um she she works like a dog. I mean, she really works hard when she's got municipals that she does, and she's got private homes that she does, and she um what is that golf thing that's here? There's some kind of famous golf tour that happens in the spring, I think. I think it's in the spring. Masters. She does Masters. She cleans the a whole bunch of places during Masters and the club. I believe the clubhouses and stuff. I don't know what all she does. Anyways, it's really kind of cool. She's very hardworking young lady, and so she had, because of the storm, she had to put one of her customers off, and then they said, "Oh, I want you to come Sunday and make up that day." And she's like, "Okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this." If she had Okay, so she is supposed to go with her father, and I didn't know what was all going on until she came in and she talking to us and telling us what's going on. And she said, I just wish I didn't even have to go because I'm going to be working until midnight." And I'm like, I said, "Well, why do you have to go with him? Can't he just do that?" She said, he don't want to go by himself. He can do it all, but he just doesn't want to ride over there by himself. I'm like, okay, he's a truck driver. Why doesn't he want to ride by himself? Anyways, I don't know why he didn't want to go by himself. So Wilma pops up and says, "Kathy likes to ride. She'll ride with your daddy." I'm like, "Wilma, I've got my day planned out." She said, "Oh, you can do that tomorrow." I never did make it to the store. I never did make it to the store until Tuesday. So, we drove, I don't know, we drove quite a ways away, and we were gone until probably like 6 something that afternoon. Hey, Brenda. And it was like, it was really, really interesting. He's doing a barndominium kind of like thing. And the guy over there probably thought I was crazy because I was asking all kind of questions, But and then when we left the place there, he took me to this place called the Pickle Barrel, and we had dinner. Oh my goodness gracious, it was delicious. So now I'm gonna have to find. He said there was there was 3 different places of the Pickle Barrel, and I don't remember where he said they were, but they're nowhere near us. But there's 3 of them, and I might have to travel a little bit, but I have to go there again. That was really good food. So then Monday, I went over and I met with Mr. John, the guy who gave me the rabbits, and he loaned me his trailer. I brought, which y'all will see the video come out probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna put it up tonight. But I got dirt and hay from him for my beds. I was gonna put it on the garden, but I don't really want to waste it. And so I've been pitching dirt. I mean, I got a good old pile back out there, and I got a couple of the beds already put dirt in. And I moved, and I don't know what I was thinking. I pulled out back and I put I started taking the hay off of the thing, and I'm like, Why are you doing this over here, Catherine? You want to put the hay over there by the trees, which kind of scares me because I don't know if that hay were to catch a fire or something, there it might start the trees on fire. So I don't know where to. I don't want. I don't. I don't even know where I'm going to leave that hay at. Kind of freaked out about that. I don't know what to do with it. Um. So, and I put my pile of dirt over there too. So I have not been able to finish tilling the garden because it rained again today. It was raining this morning and over in the night. So, anyways, I got all that done. I was working really hard, and it was like 3 something in the afternoon, and I hadn't eaten all day, so I ate me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or no, peanut butter and honey sandwich, and I'm sitting here, and I mean, I think probably part of it is because I didn't have any Dr. Pepper, and I was literally nodding, and I couldn't stay awake. So I went in there and lay down for take a little nap, and when I woke up, it was like 5:30, and it was getting dark. So I did a little bit of something, and then I came back in and made some dinner, and then so yesterday morning I got up and I finished unloading all that dirt and the rest of the hay, and uh then I took the trailer back, and um I finally got to go to the grocery store. And I didn't need that much stuff, but I was supposed to get gas. I was supposed to go by the doctors and fill out new patient information because I really need to see a doctor really badly. Um, so keep me in your prayers. I got some concerns about some stuff, and I just need to find out if everything's all right. And so I'm going to go tomorrow, and I've got to pick up my macaw food and um go to the doctor and fill out the patient information stuff. And that's so hard. I'm just not even looking forward to that at all, because I know they're going to want to know all these dates and stuff like that, and I'm not good at dates. I can almost tell you. I might be able to tell you. I can't even tell you how many surgeries I've had right offhand. It's weird. I can't remember stuff like that. I never have been able to, even when I was young. So I'm going to bring the paperwork back with me, and I've got to sign all the paperwork so that they can uh, see the get all the what do you call it? All of my records from the other doctors. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not looking forward to it. So I'm going to stop there in the first thing in the morning because I don't even have an oncologist here. I don't have I've got some skin issues going on that's worrying me, and um I say worrying me. I ain't too worried about them, but they're like they irritate me. And yeah, I don't have any doctors here. So, I've decided I'm going to go to um my friend Jennifer's doctor, and we'll see how I like her. I think Wilma was hoping that I would go to her doctor, but I'm not even I don't know. I'd rather go to a female than a man. They just don't understand us, and I don't want to hear I'm too old to do anything anymore. You know? The last doctor I went to was like I think he was in his late 20s. And every time I said something, he said, "Oh, that's just your age. That's just your age." I wanted to bop him in the nose. So, anyways, I've got to go there, and then I'm going to go to the feed store and pick. First, I'm going to go to the doctor because they open at 8 o'clock, and then try to fill out as much paperwork as I can there. If I can get it filled out there, that would be better than me having to bring it home and fill it out and then you know, try to take it back and get an appointment as fast as possible. And I'm not even sure. I forgot to ask them if she's accepting new patients. If she's not accepting new patients, I'll probably go to Wilma's doctor, which I didn't really want to go to a man, but it is what it is. But anyways, so uh I'm going to pick up a couple of trees tomorrow. A couple more fruit trees, because I say a couple, I probably will go overboard. They've got them dirt cheap at the feed store, and I think now is the perfect time for planting them so they can get established a little bit before spring. Hopefully they'll start growing roots and stuff. Um anyways, well, they're already got roots. They're in pots, but um they need to spread their little wings and go. So that's what's going on with me. What about you guys? Brenda, do you have still have snow? And uh can't remember if you were in here, Melanie, when I asked about the snow. I talked to my daughter-in-law, and I believe they're going to come up here and visit me soon. No snow, but still got the wood stove going. Yeah, I imagine you do. It's still pretty cold up there, right? Um there's a possibility that they might be able to come up and visit me soon. I don't know, but and I've got to get this place in order. That's one of the reasons why I'm getting them beds out of here. I got to get all this, and I've got to get them green stalks out of here too. I'm just bad with putting things in the living room. I can't wait till I get those connexes done inside so I don't have to worry about moisture or mildew or anything with my fabric to get it all out of the house. I'll tell you, I have the best water. I really love this well. It is so delicious. For a while there, I wouldn't drink it because we didn't have the filter changed. But I changed the filter, and I'm telling you, it's so good. It was in the 50s today, but the lows are still in 20s and 30s at night. Yep. That's ours just now went up to well, we were 70 today, but we have been in the 60s and 50s last week. Mostly 50s. I know, isn't it delicious? Now I don't have my refrigerator hooked up to water. Which I'd really like to do that, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it or not. Um but anyways, I take the ice cubes and make they're little square ice cubes. They're probably about 3/4 of an inch maybe. And I freeze those, and then I pop those out and put them in the ice cube thingy, and it will crush them and break them up for me, and it's so delicious. Hey, Teresa. I hope church was good tonight. That's what I miss. I miss being able to go to church on Wednesday nights. But I didn't get to go too much in Florida because it was so far away from me, too. If we had church here, I'd probably go have church on Wednesday night, and then I'd go over to Wilma's and hang out for a little while and then come home. I might even probably spend the night over there and then come home the next morning. You never know. Ah. Um, did Lee drive you? I bet you he was having a blast if he did. Mm-hmm. So Wilma has been doing better, although they had to put her on some kind of medicine because she wasn't her food wasn't digesting properly. So they had to put her on this medicine to make her be able to digest her food, which really stinks. Like one more pill. Yes, we were. Yes, and we were piled in like sardines. I bet. I bet you were. That's something else too. I gotta check on this car tomorrow, see whether it will start. I'm a little bit worried about that. Y'all know I had just before the storm, I tried to start the car and go over to Wilma's, and I started it and I backed it up to the doorway, and I lifted the hatch back, put it back down, went to start the car up again. Wouldn't start. So then several days later, I waited and I started it. It took a little trying, but it started. And I ran it a little bit, and then I moved it over underneath the pole barn, and I haven't started it since. I should go out there and try to start it. But I'm afraid if I don't get a battery, I'm going to get stranded somewheres. So I don't know if I've got to go to the dump tomorrow too, first thing. So I don't know what time the dump opens. I think it opens at 8, but I'm not positive. So I'll probably try to leave out early and go to the dump and then go to the doctor's office and get my appointment and all my paperwork done. But they're not going to get the truck in for my bird food until noon, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the other time. It may take me that long to fill out paperwork. Let's see what else. I know there was something important I was going to tell y'all, and I just can't think. Oh well. I have been on the go, 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 go. And just, I think that has a lot to do with it. I know that the B12 does bring me back out of the fog, but I believe that I just been going too fast. And I need to slow down a little bit. So I've been trying to stay close to home and not run around much. And I did, though. I went over to Wilma's last night after I came. Okay, so this is funny. I ran into the girls at Walmart and we all decided we wanted pizza. They had invited me over to play cards. I said, okay. So she got me Hawaiian pizza, which is really good, by Papa John's. I love it. And I went over there and had a couple slices of pizza and played cards. And then I came home last night. So I did get out of the house a little bit, here and there, but I'm trying to conserve and not be too running, into town, trying to make sure that I get what I need instead of making so many trips. What card games? Well, we play something called golf. It's it and they say it's 9 holes. You play 9 rounds, and it's a really really neat game. You have 8 cards. You're not allowed to look at any of them. When you get them all put out, you flip up the first 2 cards on your left, and those you can't go unless you match those, or it can set you. I don't know if you've never heard of it. It's a really 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 neat game. Um I don't know if they just made this up, or if I'll have to ask her where they learned how to play this game, because it's really cool. So, um the you want to get um 4 cards the same right next to each other. And that's called a book. If you get a book, it's 25 points. And you want to go it's minus 25 points. So it's good to be minus, it's bad to be plus. And if you get 6 of them, I think it's 75 points, and 8 of them, it's 100 points or something like that. And then the jokers gives you 3 points negative. All these are negative points. And then if you don't match your cards, like okay, you can go out if you match your cards. You can go out anyways. But if you match your cards, if you don't match your cards, I mean, the top and the bottom card, then now the kings are like a wild card. They're no points, but they won't cost you any points if you got caught with them. But the other ones are all plus points that take off, if you don't match. So you could go all the way across and have like the first ones to all of them match all the way across and not make a book and still be even Steven. It's a really neat game. We also play Uno, but Rook has been passed down in our whole family for years. Yeah. I never played Rook before. I played Uno a lot. In fact, the girls and I used to play Uno too, I believe. I also like I don't know if I've ever played spades with them or not. Yeah, I do play solitaire too. My grandfather, bless his heart, he would sit for hours and hours and hours and play cards all day long. That's just what he did. He had gotten so, his I know he was in a lot of pain, and he had a beam fall on him and crush his hand, and he could never work again. And I was really really surprised that he could even play cards. because his hand was pretty mangled up. He had pins and all kinds of stuff in it. I used to play solitaire all the time. Now I play it every once in a while. And I like rummy, and I like gin rummy too. When I was taking care of Muddy, her and I used to play every single day. Every single day. We used to play cards. And I mean, every once in a while she'd be like, "Nah, I don't feel like playing tonight," but she'd be ready to go. Are we playing cards now? I'd say, "Yeah, let me get dinner started, and then I'll get in there with you." When I was a kid, my mom and us kids would play rummy and listen to the Grand Ole Opry on the radio. Yep, us too. We'd play cards, and then Hee Haw would come on too, and Daddy would get us up and dance with us girls, and we'd have a blast. And my grandma would be like, "Ben, don't get them all riled up tonight, please, please, please." If he had a little drink, it was Hee Haw. If he didn't have anything to drink, he'd let her watch Lawrence Welk. But we'd still get up and dance with Lawrence Welk too. It's kind of funny. I had a pretty good childhood, I think. There was some rough spots, but hey, don't we all have those, right? But I do love playing cards. I'm very it's like the card game the what do you call it? Words with Friends. It couldn't have been any more plainer to me than the pastor to be preaching about that, and me not being able to play that game for a couple of days, and it always come before I prayed or whatever, and I'm like, slap, slap, slap. Get it right, Kathy. Those of you who have just entered the room lately, I want to show you some colors I got for my raised beds. Now, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do this one or not. This is a blue. It almost looks purple on the can in here, but it is blue. It's called McCall blue. And this is a mint, and this is a lavender. And I think those will be pretty, but I can't make up my mind whether I want to do solid color on each one of them. And I don't know how far the paint's going to go. I got a whole bunch of paint. They had them on sale. So, you know me, when something's on sale and I got a couple extra bucks, I'm going to buy it. I had a good childhood too, except my siblings picked on me hard for being the spoiled baby. I bet you were too, Teresa. I could see it now. I was the oldest in my family, and I literally thought I was mother to them all. Not just to me, not just to my sisters, but to my cousins and everybody else. In fact, I had one cousin named Ronnie. They what do you call it? They diagnosed him with ADHD, and this was like the real early days of that disease, them learning anything about it. And it was so funny. Nobody would babysit for her except for me. So she would have me come over and watch him. And um she was really funny. She wouldn't allow me. I took him to the movies and she would not allow me to let him go to the bathroom by himself. I had to take him in the girls' bathroom, and I'm like, "Yeah, Susie, that's just gross." Well, now that I'm older, I understand, but pretty colors. My bathroom in the house we had before this one was almost those colors. Cool. The oldest is always bossy and thinks they are in charge. LOL. I was in charge, Teresa. That's the problem. They always left me with all the kids. I was really rough on them, though. And my sister, Kim, was only 11 months younger than me, but very, very immature. But see, I was babysitting. My first babysitting job, I think I think I think it was 11. And that woman would leave her kids with me all weekend. And I'd stay at her house all weekend and put them to bed. And I mean, I only lived like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses down from where she lived. I think it was 5 houses. Let's see, there was Steph's, then there was Leanne's, and then there was Kathy's, and then our house. No, I only lived 4 houses. I was the 5th house on the street, and she was the 1st house. That tells you anything. And it was funny. I mean, nobody ever thought anything about it. And I don't even know if she ever asked me how old I was. We went to, I do remember her taking me to, I'd never been to a fair before. And we just didn't have money for stuff like that. So I'd never been to a fair. And she let me ride this thing called octopus, and it had these like arms that went down and they went up and down, and it spin you around. And oh my God, you talking about throwing up. I threw up everywhere. I literally don't know how I ever got back home. I don't know how I didn't throw up in her car going home. I might have, but I was like sick as a dog. She said, "Ain't you never been on rides before?" And I said, "No, I've never been to the fair before." We just didn't do that kind of thing. I think maybe one time I went to amusement park when I was a kid, but I was really, really little, and I don't think we did anything except for ride the merry-go-round, and couple of different places, and it was Six Flags Over Georgia, I believe. I'm gonna have to find out if they still have that here. If they do, I'd have to take my grandkids there. But I know it wouldn't be the same as when I was a kid. In fact, I got a pink pig. I think it's up on top of my stove top that I only got one for some reason. Salt shakers. I had to have those pink pigs. And my mom's like, "What do you want with salt shakers for?" I said, "'Cause I love pigs." Uh Crazy. I went to Six Flags when I was a little girl too. Yep. When I was 11, I went to Six Flags over Texas. And I believe it was Six Flags over Texas. Yeah. And it was one summer. My uncle Ernie had died. The uncle that had the son with the ADHD, and my aunt Susie was having a really rough time, and they lived here, and my aunt Dee Dee and my uncle Tim came in from Texas. They had just moved out there not too long before, and um they worked convenience stores and stuff like that at that time. And I went out there to take care of their boys because they didn't have a babysitter. I was 11 years old and I took care of them every single day. And we'd get out and walk to the store and everything. It was a different day and time. I mean, a different day and time. And they lived in Garland, and that was a really neat summer though. And I that I got sick at that amusement park too, because this other young girl who watched their children before I came there, they took her with them to Six Flags, and her name was Buffy, and she got me to ride this parachute ride. We went way, 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 way up in the sky. Well, I don't have a problem going up, but when it dropped, I literally felt like my chest was blowing out of me. Never again. I will not ride rides anymore. I have ridden rides since um um as an adult, and I still get sick. So I just don't mess with it. Ouch. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Move that stupid thingy. Okay. Put it back there, but don't touch it, Catherine. We went to Six Flags Mid America. Never heard of that place. It was in Missouri. Ah, cool. I wonder if they still have them. I don't ever hear anybody talking about Six Flags anymore. The only ride I would go on at Six Flags was the water log ride. Yeah. There's now um there's a there's a roller coaster at SeaWorld that you're in like a log thing and you go through. Oh my goodness gracious. I used to go on it with Ashley, but I got to where I just couldn't handle it no more. I said, Becky, if you don't ride with her, she don't ride. Because at the time, I think she was short enough. She was just tall enough to be able to get on there, but I think you had to have an adult with you or something. I don't remember what it was. I only ride the only. Oh, I already read that. Paul used to get free tickets when he worked at Little Tykes. Hmm. I we used to every single year I would buy annual passes to SeaWorld and I would take Ashley and Becky and go and have a fantastic time. Even my daughter-in-law and um, can't remember whether I think only no maybe we did take I think only the boys were born then. I don't know, but we're gonna go this year too. I love SeaWorld too. It's one of my favorites. Um, I'd like to look into seeing um, how much it'll cost for the Georgia aquarium, but I think they're really expensive. And the way my daughter in law's doing it, they're going to be able to take somebody with them. They have free tickets, so for somebody else to go with them um, for their passes. So I might be able to go with them, which I look forward to. Now that I can actually, you know, have fun too. I stopped all that whenever I had my heart attack and cancer because I just couldn't walk and stuff like that. And I don't know that I'd be able to walk the whole day or anything like that, but at least I have a wheelchair now that I can toss in the back of the truck and say, "I'm going." Now, I've been to Disney World I think 3 times. No, I take that back. I used to go to Disney World quite a bit whenever I was a little kid because my girlfriend Kathy Noffo, her mama, each one of her children could invite one kid to go with them. I don't know how they got their tickets for free, but they would get free tickets all the time. And we would go to Disney World and I'd ride the ride. I mean, I I did ride the rides with them, but I think I was about 11 years old when I started going with her. And yeah, it had to been because I was in 7th grade. And it was really really super cool. Now, I was able to hold my stomach a little bit better. We we went on the oh my goodness, what it was it called? Um it was like being in the galaxy, but I can't remember the name of it. It's a famous ride. That is going to drive me crazy now. Let's see. Never been to Disney but we went to SeaWorld in Galveston when I was 9. I bet it's changed a lot, Teresa. Um, it annoys me really badly that they made them change so much of the shows and stuff because of that lady dying. You know, accidents happen, and I just, I don't know. I really was really, really bothered by all that. People that work with wildlife, they know that they're taking their lives in their own hands, because even your own dog can turn on you. I mean, it's happened. Um, Cows can hurt you, you know. So I don't know. Anyways, um, I am looking into getting a couple of new animals. I don't want to jinx it by telling you guys, but they're really, really, really cute. And they're not goats. And it's not a cow. And Teresa, don't you tell them. What the heck? I'm contemplating getting some baby doll sheep. I asked the lady, the gal Jamie that I work with at the feed store a lot with all my animal feed and stuff. She raises baby doll sheep. And y'all might have seen some on Linda's channel. They're like really, really cute. But you can milk them and use them for meat and use them for their wool. So I'm contemplating getting some. She's had 6 delivered, and she's still got a couple that are fixing to deliver. So I won't know for sure. But I want a little boy and a little girl so that I can mate with them and maybe have more sheep. I said if I had a little boy and a little girl and they had more babies, that would be really cute because they're small. They're not a big sheep. And I wanted a dual purpose animal. Do you guys have as many do y'all have a lot of ads pop in whenever we're on live stream? Wow. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of those ads. Sheep are cute, but I had more trouble with them getting out than I did with goats. Interesting. Well, I don't like goats, gotta say. I think they're adorable when they're little, but I can't stand them when they're bigger. I might fold one day and get goats just for the milk, but I just don't do goats. I think they're just not my thing. I've had 2 ads. Huh. And you haven't even been on here that long, huh? I hate the ads on live streams. I have to refresh every time an ad pops up. Oh no. Do you spin and weave? I want to learn, yes. That's one of the things I want to do because I crochet and knit and all that kind of stuff. And I think it would be really cool. You too, what, Susan? I got bit today with ants. Put my whole arm down on them. I can't figure out, either my chickens have just stopped laying all together and I'm only getting one egg. I would love to learn to spin and weave. Yeah. And I think that Linda knows how to do it, and I think she could teach me how to do it. I believe I've seen she felts. She does felting. I don't know if she knows how to spin and weave. But felting's pretty cool too. But I don't know it just, the thought of being able to make my own fabric is really kind of cool. My own yarn. There was somewhere, I'm trying to remember. Was it at Brenda? Was there at a lady that was doing Angora rabbits at, were they at the or maybe even Teresa? Were they at the gathering, at Deep South gathering, or were they at the HOA? They had Angora rabbits, and it was like they were making stuff with them. They were pulling their fur and make HOA. Okay. I thought it was the HOA, but I couldn't remember. Your pretty chair cover made me think about doing needlework and cross stitch. Aw, this was my mom's. Jamie at Red Duchess Farm does all that shearing, spinning, weaving, felted. Yes, I in fact I just contacted her a couple weeks ago, I think. No, a week ago, about strawberries. I wanted to get I need to order strawberries, and I don't want just a couple of flats. I want a whole lot of strawberries because I want to plant them in my green stalks. I knew that Jamie did it, but I hope she comes to the. I hope her and Mark come to the picnic this year. Because we know Teresa's going to have one this year, right? You know, I can't believe this year is flying by so fast. Can you believe it's already been 6 months? September, October, November, December, January, February. No, 5 months. We're in the 5th month. That's a long time. I can't believe it's been so long since I seen you guys. It just seems like a few weeks ago. I guess it's because I talked to y'all. I'm probably not. I'll have to feel a whole lot better. Oh. I was wanting to make strawberry jam this year, but I need it to be sugar-free. Anybody have a good recipe? Well, can you eat honey? I believe I've seen somebody use honey to make strawberry jam, but I know that you can just cook it down and make it. And you can use oh my goodness gracious. Is it arrowroot that I use to thicken it, Teresa? Isn't it arrowroot that I bought when I was at the Amish? Somewhere I seen. I believe it's arrowroot. And it doesn't, you don't taste it. Mark usually comes to the picnic, but Jamie only came 1 year. I thought she was there the year before last, and she was there before then, wasn't she? Or maybe that was. I've seen her a couple of times. They say the best thing for me is mock fruit, but I don't know if you can use that. Monk fruit. Oh, I don't know what that is. You can use arrowroot. Yep. I thought it was arrowroot, but I wasn't for sure. Lori at Whippoorwillow Holler does. Ah. Yes, I think so, arrowroot. Sure Gel makes a sugar-free version that comes with the recipes. It does. But I really like the arrowroot. I've used it before and I really, really like it. Trying to think, was it oh my goodness. I can't remember what it was that I made it with. I can't for the life of me remember what I used it for all the time. But you can use it in place of cornstarch too. Oh, okay. Okay, that's why I met her more than once. I had something I was going to say and it just flew by me. Mm. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I saw somewhere somebody was taking and dehydrating star fruit and did not use I know who it was. It was I watch the Kilchers from Alaska. You remember the show Alaskan Frontier? Well, Ivan and Eve have a YouTube channel, and um, they were over in Hawaii, and they were getting star fruit, and they were dehydrating it. And I swear she was cutting a good half-inch slices. I mean, she was just cutting them half an inch and then putting them in. They dried up so small. And I don't remember whether I ever tried to dehydrate them. So when I go home, I am going to try and um, get some, and I'm going to try and freeze dry them because I don't remember ever freeze drying the star fruit either. Maybe I did. I just don't remember it. I just don't remember doing it. How does it work with blood sugar? Are you talking about the arrowroot? I'm not able to answer that. I don't know, to be honest with you. I got a really good sugar-free jam at Amish, but I'm not sure what they used. Like clear gel better than cornstarch. I get clear gel at the Amish store. I tried to use the clear gel and never could get it to work right. I had such a struggle with that liquid stuff. I guess it was when I first started making jelly on my own. I think I was like 22 or something like that. Yeah, because we just moved into our house on an Allendale, and I started canning. Well, I didn't can actually. I made jelly, and back then I didn't use lids per se. When I did jelly, I canned strawberries. Peaches and stuff like that. But most of my jellies, I didn't can them. I made the jam, and then I cleaned the rim of the jar and I poured paraffin in it. People say that's a no-no nowadays, but that's what I grew up with. It says grape juice, concentrate, blackberries, water, ACV, apple cider vinegar, pectin, and citric acid. Hey, Nancy. So, yeah, I guess I used to be a rebel because I didn't have recipes for the stuff that I would make, the jellies and stuff. I didn't use pectin a lot. Um, I would just cook it down, cook it down, and cook it down with some sugar, and I was done. I didn't start using pectin until I think I was probably about 25, and I hated. That's when I started using jars and lids, and I hated that liquid stuff. Never could get it to work right. Yeah. Well, that's how my grandmother taught me. We never used any lids pretty much. I mean, if it was like a I mean, we didn't use canning jars. We used like relish jars, and we would always put the wax in there, and we'd still put the thing, and if we didn't have a lid, we just didn't put a lid on it, and nothing ever went bad. Now, I do remember mold being on something one time, and my grandma just took a spoon and pulled the mold off of the top of it, and we still ate it. Nobody got sick. I'm like, I wouldn't do that today. I remember. Yeah, Susan. I remember when the wax was on top of the jelly and the jams and then the lid. Yep. Yep. Cut the bad part off and still eat the food. Yep. Now, my grandma didn't do a lot of canning. I mean, I don't know. She did peaches and apples, but I don't remember her doing anything else. But boy, I'm telling you something. But we ate out of okay. So in Florida, you can literally pretty much grow stuff year round. So we didn't have to can a lot of stuff. Um and I'm just trying to remember. I mean, even the guava jelly, she would she'd still cook that down. I don't ever remember her ever using pectin for anything. In fact, I don't even remember. I think it wasn't until I started canning with a friend. Her name was Candy, and she said, "Oh no, you gotta can that stuff. You can't use wax." Like, why? That's what I've always done. She said, "No, no, no, no. You need to can this stuff." And that's when I started learning how to can. But it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Luna uses salsa jars, stored jelly jars, and all kinds of jars to can. Yeah, I do too, Teresa. I've used them before and I like it. In fact, my mother-in-law's next door neighbor, that I've been friends with all these years, and she just passed away a few years ago. She would save me jars to can in, and that's what she canned in. You know, she'd make um uh she'd make pickles and pickled okra and stuff like that. She just used the the jars from the store. She kept a big old thing. She didn't have very many canning jars, I don't think. And there's no reason why you can't use them. I mean, it has a rubber seal on the inside. I don't know if you've looked inside the jars. Um, so I get olives, and they're in a jar about yay big and about that big around, and I really like them, and I'm going to be using them. I've been saving every single jar I get because I've been going through them like crazy because I'm addicted to that celery. I used to only make it in um holidays and stuff like that, but I've been making it a lot lately. Okay, guys, it's getting late. Oh, goodness gracious. Very late for me. My friend has a bunch more jars put back for me to bring to the picnic again this year. Oh, what kind of jars? Like I need any more jars. You know what's funny though? I got plenty of pint-sized jars. I don't have any quart-sized jars. I'm like, what's wrong with you, Catherine? Have you not bought any quarts lately? Oh, canning jars. Tweet, tweet, tweet. I could use some quart-sized jars. I have plenty. I have a good stash of pint-sized jars out there in the Connex. Out. It's got my tools and stuff in. Well, maybe someone needs to have a picnic. Oh, Teresa, I hope you're feeling better so we can. How many years did we do this, Teresa? If I did, no one would come. Well, Georgia is probably Georgia might be too far to come, but man, I got the facility. You guys could even bring campers. Yeah, it's a good ways away. You might feel different, but we understand 100%. We're not trying to push pressure you. All right, so let's get on our prayers. Does anybody have anything for the what did I do with my 7 years would be 8 this year. Oh man. Wouldn't that be something? Yep. I sold my camper to buy a tractor. The same prayers for Anastasia and her dad. I thought Anastasia loved the Lord. I don't know. Did they pull her in on their stuff? Savannah Guthrie family. The woman from NBC. Oh. When you said that the other night, I didn't even know who you were talking about. I hope they find her. Since her mom has been home, the influence has been a big issue. Well, I don't want to put it on my phone. The wrong influence. Not a Bible influence. Yeah. Yeah, it is a very sad story. Somewhere I think they said they had a suspect of, but I get my stuff from YouTube. I didn't even know who you were talking about. I don't watch the news at all, so. Miss Lily wasn't feeling good today. Oh, I haven't talked to them. I left them a message earlier, but I haven't heard from them, so that's probably why. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time that we've had. I'm praying that you bless us all and strengthen us. Help Teresa to heal really good and feel really good. Thank you for all that you do for us, Lord. Thank you that you bring us all friends together, and I want to lift up Miss Lily, Lord. Please give her strength and make her feel better. I know she's been struggling lately with not feeling good, so please, Lord, heal her completely and help her with all that she needs help with. And Lord, I pray that they find Miss Guthrie's mother and their family. Please give them peace and strength to go through this. I pray that she's found safely. Nothing has harmed her. And it's a crazy situation, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you just fix it all and it's hard to go through things. I know it was last week that a family had found out that their mother had passed away and driven into a retention pond, Lord. She's been there for 10 years, and that family is just devastated for 10 years, not knowing what happened to her, if she just ran off or somebody hurt her or what happened to her, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you bring this family closure, and whoever's done this, that they are brought to justice. And Lord, you know all the other needs in this live stream. You know that we don't always say our needs, and you know what they are, and I lift them up, Lord. There's so many that I know only you can touch and take care of. And I ask these in your precious sweet name. Thank you for it. Amen. So anyways, if I don't get off here, I'm going to end up in the refrigerator getting something to eat because I'll be wide awake again. So I hope you guys have a blessed week, and sorry about Monday's live. I couldn't get on Monday because I was getting dirt. And it was a crazy day. So thank you guys for coming in, and I'll see you next Monday. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. I hope you guys take a, a chance and get in there and watch that for me. All right, take care, guys. And I don't know who this is, Trey. Nice to have you in. But we're leaving. Sorry. Maybe I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.